that's my little pettiness in the middle of this creative experiment where you and I are trying to be more open as performers and writers.
Well, and that is, you've had a decent amount of training and singing too, so that's going to bring out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because Peter and I are about to embark on more music videos in which I sing and you sing. That I used to be in choir and I used to sing all the time and I had a pretty good voice. And now I am frustrated when I try to sing something. And part of it is I'm older, I just don't have the high notes that I used to have. But also part of it is I used to be practicing three days a week at least. And doing exercises and scales to be able to hit those notes and to be good at it. And so, of course, now that I don't do that, I need a little practice to get in singing shape.
Mm-hmm. And you're using your voice with 20 kindergartners.
Oh yeah, and I'm trying not to wreck it while I'm there.
Which takes the strength of a circus barker.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying, and it actually gets easier when I have a cold, because then I can't. Because it is the thing that cuts through the room best is hey guys, quiet down! But I actually prefer getting to there differently. I don't like introducing more yelling just because I don't like things to be loud.
Yeah, the louder you get, the louder the classer gets.
Right. And that's, I've had people offer to buy little portable microphones because teachers use that in class, and I hate those because it just ups the decibel level, the acceptable decibel level. So I am trying.
And the audibility of it doesn't actually work very well because it gets all distorted.
Yeah. So I'm trying to cultivate the patience to not escalate, to de-escalate, but that actually is work. It's not a natural state of being. So that's where I'm.
That's with most live acts, probably less. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just the same these days. When you're playing live, you always have to think of your vocals being the loudest thing possible, because cutting through is the hardest part to find that or the lead guitar, whatever is playing lead, has to pierce the wall of sound that's happening behind. Mm-hmm. And if that wall of sound is a bunch of screaming kids that are all roughly at the same timbre, I guess, that is just ah! So your voice,
they're all front and center in the mix.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find, and I guess that's where a lot of the teachers here. Do they use microphones back home? Little microphone boxes?
Outside of a lecture hall, I've never seen, if you have a class of 30 kids, that you use a microphone, because that means something's going on.
Yeah, right, there's a problem.
To be fair, in China, you could be teaching a class of 60 kids, but still, I preferred to manage that under the power of my own voice.
And it might not even be the kids that are making the noise. If you have a steel hand of your class under control, it could be that the traffic outside is barreling down your classroom.
Right, or there's construction outside.
Yeah, I've had explosions take my class out of whack.
China's very loud. I keep knocking the camera down here.
It just adds to the excitement.
We have an overhead camera. Well, I'm saying this because live, you can't see this, but if you are watching this recorded, you're already going to see the results.
Hopefully it'll all turn out. Yeah. That's our little zoom action GoPro-ish camera, but our GoPro is not only not good enough to get real good action, because it's a cheap knockoff, but our action is cheese grating, so we're not zip-lining down any hills.
Alright, there's a little bit of cheese. What do? Chop, chop, chop.
That's mixing noise.
But anyway, in service of getting better at this, we're constantly constantly thinking of new stuff to do, because we could get to a point where we're like, this is fine for what we're doing. What are we doing?
Well, and also this is part of. This is our Sunday, and you have to go to work tomorrow.
Nope, I don't, because it's still a holiday.
That's right, it's still a holiday. How long?
But usually I have to go to work.
Right. But part of making
Just one more day.
this our lifestyle, like furthering the idea of moving to China, having the time, having the money to make things. This is what we do in our life.